Authority and power with God is a function of commitment to righteousness and holiness. If you are committed to these two realities, you will be found faithful to God. And if you are found faithful to God, it means that God can trust you with himself. He said, to him that is faithful in little, he will be what? He will be faithful in much. But how do you enter into this dimension of commitment and faithfulness to God? How do you sustain the consciousness of God in your mind to the point that you obey him in total? You must learn to stand in his presence. If you don't stand in his presence sufficiently, you will pick up ideas that will pull you away from him. You will pick up thoughts that will work against your stand with him. The Bible said in Psalm 24, it said, who shall ascend to the hill of the Lord? Who shall stand in his holy place? It said, he that is of what? Of a pure heart. That is of a clean hand and is of a pure heart. Who have not lifted up his soul to vanity, nor has he sworn deceitfully. A time came that Elijah appeared and he spoke to Ahab. He said, I am Elijah that standeth in the presence of God. The ability to stand in the presence of God is a function of pure heart. The purity of your heart must be intact. The purity of your conscience must be intact. Have you seen yourself tired of prayer or tired of being in God's presence? There's something wrong with the purity, the genuineness of your heart. Let me show you a secret. If you are struggling to stay in God's presence, check your motives. If your motives are right, naturally, you will love the presence of God. But if you came to God for gift, He will see you as a hireling. And because your heart is not pure, your hands are not clean, even Him will resist you. He will make sure you don't access His presence. He said, who shall ascend unto the hill of the Lord? That is to say, who shall appear in His presence? He said, he that is of a clean heart, that is of a clean hand and of a pure heart. He who have not lifted up his soul to vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He said, he shall what? Receive the blessing from the Lord, righteousness from the God of his salvation. So if hunger for God is your motivation, He will help you to come up hither. But if you are coming to receive gift so that you can bamboozle your generation, God Himself will make it hard. So how many of you have told yourself, oh, maybe you convince yourself you love God, but what you are looking for is for your eyes in the spirit to be open, so you will know the secrets of men. So you want to go on 3 days dry fasting. After the second day, it's like you will die. The reason is because your motive is not what? It's not pure. So God Himself, His presence is locked from you. He resists you because you have not satisfied the demand for standing in His presence. You want to walk in authority? You want to lift up your head in authority? You must what? Satisfy the demand of standing in His presence. And the psalmist asked that question. He said, who shall ascend to the hill of the Lord? Who shall ascend into the presence of God? The criteria is what? He that is of a pure heart, of a clean hand, He whose conscience and motive are pure of anything. As you are entering, you don't know what you are going to see. All you are looking for is him. I assure you, if you enter there like that, you will come out with him. Have you forgotten what the psalmist said? He said, he that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall what? Shall abide under the shadow. What it means is that if you tarry sufficiently in the secret with him, without any ulterior motive, if you are coming out, he will come out with you as a souvenir. So as you are moving under the cloud of his presence. That shadow of the Almighty is talking about the power of his presence. That is the gift of himself to you. If you satisfy the demand of the secret place, as you come out, God himself comes out with you. And if God is with you, which authority will withstand you? This is how we lift up our head as gates. If you stay sufficiently, the thing that men of authority see, you will also begin to see it. Elijah appeared on the scene from nowhere. The Bible called him the Tishbite. That was how he was introduced. And the next thing he did was what? To demonstrate authority. He said, by my word, there shall not be rain nor dew for 3.5 years, according to my word. What? How did you come about this power? He said, I am Elijah. That what? Stand. There is a place I'm standing in the spirit that qualify me to wield this kind of power and authority. And if you journey sufficiently to that place, it means your head has been lifted as a gate. And if your head is lifted as a gate, you can command authority and command deliverance unto Jacob. So how do you lift up your head? It's to satisfy the demand of righteousness, holiness, and faithfulness. If you are faithful in little, more will be given to you. If you are faithful in the little thing he said you should do, it means you fear the Lord. And if you fear the Lord, it means you will walk in righteousness. And if you walk in righteousness, you will become consecrated unto him. Consecrated unto him. And if you are consecrated unto him, it means you have been set apart. And if you are set apart, it means you have become holy in the eyes of the ultimate Holy One. And if you are holy, it means you belong to God. The things that are set apart are for God. And God does not joke with the things that are set apart for him. Hope you know in the book of Daniel chapter 5, when the son of Nebuchadnezzar took over from his father, he threw a feast for his friends and everyone. And they were drinking and happy. And suddenly, he was no longer satisfied with the vessels of gold and vessels of silver that was around him. He said that the things that were separated unto the God of the Israelites should be brought before him. And he put wine in them and took. And instantly a finger appeared on the wall and began to write. Because God does not joke with things separated unto him. You want to walk in power, become separated unto God. You want to see authority at work in your life, become separated unto God. It's not an easy journey, but as you meet that demand, you will see the manifestation of the Almighty in your life. If you are still with me, you shout amen.